Hello best friend and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fabulous day. If this is the first time you're watching my channel, my name is Sebastian and I welcome you guys with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. Grab a snack, grab a drink, hit that subscribe button. I would be very grateful. You guys, we have to talk about this. I don't want to say former pop star, but honestly, she hasn't released something in a hot minute. So, she's really focusing on her fashion and just kind of family life. This artist that I'm about to reveal has been she's always been in the media for her body. Whether she gains weight, she loses weight, she has done fillers in her face. And I really wanted to talk about this because I just feel that it's so crazy how free people really feel, criticizing other people's physical appearance. So we are talking about Miss I can let my head down. I can say anything crazy. I hope you catch me right before I hit the ground. Miss Jessica Simpson, you guys. If you don't know Jessica Simpson, she was, I don't want to be shady, but back in the 90s, I feel like every record company saw the success Britney had, so they made clones of Britney with Christina Aguilera, Mandy Moore, Jessica Simpson, blonde hair, showing the midriff, doing a little choreography, but Jessica Simpson, she actually wrote a really amazing book. I didn't read it, but I did hear it. I listened to the audiobook and it was amazing. So if you want a lot of tea from back in the day of the 90s, early 2000s, how the record company worked and how the media worked and all her little secrets, it's insane. She even reveals that there was a scale in her record company. So it's crazy. You guys really should take a listen if you wanted to. But she is once again in the kind of media because people are saying that she is unrecognizable. So I'm going to put a video here. Listen, does she look different? Yes, of course. She looks very, very different. But I feel as you age, you change. You know what I mean? I was actually recently looking at some pictures of when I was younger and I look completely different, Obviously, I haven't had cosmetic work done. People are saying she has had a lot of fillers, that she's had a lot of this and a lot of that. But at the same time, I just feel there is so much pressure in women, especially it's pressure whether you're famous or not. But when you're in the public eye, I feel there's even more pressure because there's millions of people, criticizing your every move and did you gain weight? Did you lose weight? Your face is a little bit, your lips are a little bit bigger, your forehead doesn't move. There's many different things that women in the entertainment business have to go through, and I think that she's had to go through this since she was literally, a teenager. With you gotta be as skinny as Britney, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. So, I think there's definitely a pressure to keep up with, the younger looks and stuff. But Jessica Simpson actually is now not only being accused of changing her whole face, but of abusing allegedly Ozempic. So let's read what she actually said in the interviews. I find it super interesting. Also, if you guys don't know, Jessica Simpson had an alleged drinking problem. She was allegedly abusing alcohol. She talks all about it in her book. And so just for reference, when I read this, so you know what I'm talking about. So she says, about Ozempic. Oh Lord, it's not Ozempic, she said, referring to how she's lost weight. It's willpower. I'm like, do people want me to be drinking again? Because that's when I was heavier. Or they want me to have another baby. My body can't do it. Although Simpson, who decided to stop drinking alcohol in 2017, noted that it hurts to hear so much negativity about herself from fans. She says she won't let it stop her from moving on with her life. She says, am I going to let negativity derail me? No, I'm too old for that. I'm too connected to myself right now to let that derail me, she said. It doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. As for her body, Simpson said that she's been fortunate to have been every size because it helps her brand understanding the women who buy our products. And for my psyche, she says. She honestly has been ridiculed her whole career. she, she gained weight. She was, there's these really pictures of her wearing jeans, and then they called her like the mommy jeans. Like, I mean, there's just been a lot of negativity towards her, and it's also coming from fans. I've actually seen a lot of this in within like the fan bases, and especially like I've even seen this in the Britney Spears fan base. Like, oh, she looks so different, her face, her this, her that. And I just, I feel like a lot of fans want their favorite to stay the same. They don't want her to change. They don't want her to, to put on some weight or to change up a little bit of her looks. Sorry, girl. They want her, they want their favorites to always stay the same as, they were when they were teenagers. And that just doesn't happen. People change, And also, I feel like we don't really know what insecurities they might have inside of them. Some people say like, oh, I wish I had bigger lips. But when you see them, you're like, but your lips are perfect. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter what you say, because the one who has to live with their lips is that person. So they're the ones who have to feel comfortable with their lips, right? So I think it just goes on to say, it goes on to show that, this whole, like, for example, the Ozempic craze. I've talked about Ozempic before. I think that especially with Ozempic, I feel like because that's for diabetics, and, there shouldn't be a shortage for them. And now that there's other actual weight loss injections like Wegovy and Mounjaro, if your doctor believes you need it and it's safe for you to use, and you're doing it for yourself and not for anyone else, I don't see an issue with it, But I just feel like I've said this before, I feel like celebrities are put on this like other huge ass, platform or just like this, like high horse that people actually put them on. And don't let them kind of just be themselves, or have them, or allow them to fail, or allow them to just be, And when she says that it's sad for her to see it from fans, I've definitely seen it from fans. I mean, in this video that I posted, the comments are just so horrible, from actual Jessica Simpson fans, So you just want to make sure that you are, just be a little kinder, because you really don't know what goes on, in people's minds. You don't know what kind of, what insecurities trigger them, or, what you may say that, can cause them to like not only be triggered and be like hurt, but also to be like, I need to change this and I need to change that, and I'm going to continue to change this. And I'm going to, you know what I mean? So I don't know, when it comes to weight and stuff, I think I'm a little bit, annoyed at that, because I've dealt with that my whole life, from family, from friends, from this, from myself. So I just feel like we should just not comment on people's weight. And honestly, I don't see what's wrong with plastic surgery. If that's what you want and that's what makes you feel happy, as long as you're doing it for yourself and you're safe, like, it is what it is, And your favorites are going to grow older, girl. Your favorites are going to change. They can't stay the same teenager they once were that you fell in love with. So honestly, I just feel like, leave Jessica alone. You know what I mean? And also, if you guys have not watched her reality show Newlyweds with her ex-husband, Nick Lachey, it's on YouTube, I believe, and it is the funniest thing in the world, where she says, is this chicken or fish what I have? I know it's chicken, but it says, no, I know it's fish, but it says chicken of the sea. Girl, you have to fucking watch it. The way she is so unapologetically, like, pretending to be an airhead, it's amazing. So anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.